When using functional style, functions can be assigned to variables and also functions can be passed as arguments to functions, thus treating functions as first-class citizens. Moreover, we can also return functions from functions, which is what we'll be covering in this session. Returning functions from functions, when used together with assigning functions to variables and passing functions as arguments, provides a way to write code for our web applications that is concise, more readable, and flexible. So let's get started with some JavaScript examples in order to understand returning function from a function. Let's begin by returning anonymous function. So let us define a function named f that returns an anonymous function. So within the anonymous function, let me have a console.log with a message hello. Okay. So as you can see, returning a function is just similar to returning a variable. Just that we are returning an anonymous function. Now in order to invoke this, we can have a const f2 equal to the call to the function f. So the call to the function f returns the anonymous function, but the statements within this function is not executed. To have that executed, we need to invoke f2 or call f2. So the call to f2 executes the statements inside the function returned by the function f. Okay, so let us save the program or script and run it. So we get the output hello. Alternatively, we can also invoke in this manner. The first set of parentheses returns the function, and the second set of parentheses executes the returned function. Okay, so executing it once again, we get the expected result hello once again. So this is how you return anonymous function and invoke it. So let us comment this code and move on to the next part. We can also return functions that are further nested. So let us have a function with one more level of nesting. So let us define a function f that returns again an anonymous function, that returns an anonymous function, which in turn returns another anonymous function within which we have a console.log with a message hello world. Okay, so this time we have a function that returns a function that in turn returns a function with a statement. Now to invoke this, we can have a const say f2 is equal to f. But this time we need to invoke f in this manner, since we have one more level of nesting. Okay, so let us execute this script. We do not see the output because the script is not saved. So let us save the script and execute it once again. We still don't get the output. So the issue is line 21, wherein the call should be through f2, not f. So f2 Let us save the script and run it. Now we can see the output is hello world. Okay. Now alternatively, we can have it in this manner as well. So we can have it this way for F and have it this way for F2, which is exactly the same thing. So we get the expected output hello world. Alternatively, we can directly call F in this manner. So this gives hello world as well. Okay. So this is returning nested anonymous functions and invoking them. So let us comment this code and move to the next part. Named functions can also be returned. So far we have seen examples wherein we have returned anonymous functions. Now let us have a function that returns a named function. So let us write a function named as F that returns a function named, say, F2. Sorry. So let us name the function as F2 and let us define the function above. So function F2 within which let us have a console.log with a message inside F2. Okay, so we have a function that returns F2 that is defined here. So now in order to invoke this, we can have a constant, say F3 is equal to F, and then invoke F3, which is going to call our named function and print out the message I am inside F2. So let us run this script I am inside F2. Alternatively, we can also call it this way. So run the script I am inside F2. Right? So this is returning named functions. So let us comment out this part and move to the next one, returning multiple functions. So we can also return multiple functions. So in order to demonstrate this, let us have one more function, say function F again, but this time rather than anonymous function or a named function, let us have two functions returned. So let us return a function named F2. So F2 is a function with a message inside F2. Similarly, let us define another function and name it as F3 and have the message as I am inside F3. Okay, right. So to invoke this, let us similarly have a constant, say call it F4, which is equal to F. Now in order to execute either F2 or F3, we call it through F4. So we say F4 dot F2, which executes the function F2, and similarly F4 dot F3 to execute the function F3. Okay, so let us execute the script now. So we see the result, I am inside F2 and I am inside F3. Alternatively, we can directly invoke using F in this fashion. So f dot f2, similarly f dot f3. Okay, so we should be getting am inside f2 and am inside f3 once again. So we once again get am inside f2 and am inside f3. Okay, so this is returning multiple functions. Okay, so let us comment out this code and move to the next part or topic, which is closures. Okay, so when we make use of closures, it is possible to implement private variables. So that means it is possible to access the value of a local variable that is within a function outside of it. So in a typical JavaScript syntax, this is not possible because private is not supported. So the outer function is said to actually capture the value of the local variable defined in the other function. This concept is called as closure. Now, in order to understand this, let us first of all have a simple object. Say, let us define an object called as f having the following key values. Say it has a value 100 for k, and the second item is a function, say named f2. So f2 is a function. Within the function, let us have a return and return the value of k. So this is your object-oriented syntax in JavaScript. Okay. So now let us have a console.log and try to call f2 through f. So f dot f2. Okay. So when we call f dot f2, right? So we expect 100 to be printed. Okay. So let us run this code. So node test.js, we get 100. Okay. Now let us access k and modify its value. So f dot k, let us modify it to 200 and print f2 again. So now if you see the result, it is 100 and 200. So as we can see, we were able to access and modify the value of k. If that is not required, we need to somehow have the concept of private variables. And private keyword is not supported directly in JavaScript. So we can make use of closures. So let us have a function f that has a variable k with the value 100. Say the function returns a function. So say let it return a anonymous function having a statement that prints a message to the console.log, and let us print out the value of k. K is k. Okay. Now if we invoke the function and execute the code, we see k is 100. Let us now modify the value of k to be 200. So f dot k, and let us change its value to 200, and let us invoke the anonymous function again. Sorry. Okay. So now if we run this code, you see k is 100 and k is 100. So the value is not modified. So that is closures. So we can make use of closures to implement private variables. Okay. So in functional style, we can also return functions from a function and also use closures along with it to implement private variables. Thank you.